Hey guys, welcome to a video. My name is Cypherpunk. I am going to be going over some of the Google trends for certain crypto topics so that you don't have to, and we can sort of analyze this stuff based off of how it moved during the last bull cycle in 2021, 2020. So it's very interesting because if you look at the term Bitcoin in Google Trends, in 2020, the end of 2020 is when it started really peaking in interest over time. I believe this is the first peak in the price chart right here, and then the second peak right here where it hits about 100 on the interest over time. And if we look at right now, today, the price is really surging over the last month from 40,000 to 67,000 currently, which it's going up so fast, seems very parabolic. A lot of people are starting to think that the bull market has started. A lot of people are calling that we need to kind of drop in price and test other levels before we start really going up. And if we look at what Google Trends is saying, it's saying that there's really not that much interest quite yet in Bitcoin. It looks like we could be halfway there. It looks like there's nothing crazy saying that we're at a market top, and there's nothing crazy saying there's a lot of people getting into the market right now. The ETFs did get approved, and there's a lot of money funneling in and a lot of FOMO and people saying, oh, the institutions are buying 10 times more than the amount of supply is being created. But if you really step back and look at it, there's a lot of times in history when there seemed like there was a lot of positive news going on for crypto, yet we still see a parabolic rise and then a very sharp and detrimental squeezes down into lower levels. And that's something you got to be worried about trading in this. When you're a long-term trader like I currently am, I bought a lot of my crypto down in the bear market of the late end of 2022, and last year I accumulated as much as I could because I knew that the 4-year cycle there's going to be interest that goes crazy. The prices are going to be surging. Everyone's going to be crazy, and you don't want to. If you're a long-term trader, investor like I am, you don't want to be not knowing what to do when the prices are going and the volatility is crazy. So you want to have a plan, and that plan should be buy low, sell high. Unless you're using leverage or you're short trading, it can get different concepts going into how you trade and whatnot. But this is the Bitcoin search interest over time over the last 5 years. It looks we're not even close. We're not even close to peak interest for this cycle. Let's go with next term, cryptocurrency. Let's take a look at this over the past 5 years. It looks like we are just coming out of a large accumulation range. I'm just taking these charts and I'm looking at them like how any technical analysis trader would look at them. This looks like a ginormous accumulation range, all of this area, and it looks like it's trying to break out. So that's really interesting. Not a lot of people there hasn't been a crazy amount of dumb money retail investors coming into the market quite yet, but it seems like we could be coming out of this accumulation range and heading upwards into the middle end of 2024 and into 2025. So I do think there still is a lot of time to accumulate, but I am weary that we won't take a dip. I think there's going to be a good opportunity to get these cryptos at a cheaper price than they are during this parabolic range that we're in before we even break all-time highs. I don't think we're going to be breaking all-time highs. Of course, I'm not giving financial advice. There's a lot of people who who are saying that the price is like it's going to break all-time highs. It's Bitcoin has never broken an all-time high before the halving. And I think that's really interesting. Also, another thing, Bitcoin always dumps right before or during a halving, and that hasn't occurred yet. The halving is supposedly happening sometime during April. It'd actually be quite hilarious if the halving happened on April 20th, on 420. I think that would be, crypto Twitter would actually be going ape during that time. But the narrative is that this time is different with the ETFs. And if you were studying during the bear market, you know that when they're saying this time is different, they are always proven wrong. I'm not saying this time is different. I'm not saying this time is different. I'm just saying that every single bull market at the beginning, they're always going to say this time is different. I know last cycle there was a big narrative over it being it's a super cycle. Is this a Bitcoin super cycle? Is it gonna last a lot longer? But I think, in my opinion, 4 years from now, we're gonna look back at this and it's gonna fall perfectly in line with all of the other cycles, and all the technical analysis is gonna be practically the same. And going into the what would it be, the 2029 or 2028 halving, I think they're gonna say this time is different because there's gonna be different things happening. But as we all know, if you've been following this market, when they start saying this time is different, you have to be very careful in the market. You don't want to be falling into traps of, oh, this time is different. Now is time to buy at a time where historically it's never been a time. It's never been a time to sell, never been a time to buy. Just keep that in mind. Let's go into another term. Let's do altcoin. We'll start getting into a lot of these terms. Altcoin. It's looking the same, kind of pumping up a little bit faster than the term cryptocurrency. But yeah, generally the same. Let's look at Web3, because this is kind of newer this cycle. So this is interesting because it looks like Web3 is at a peak right now of all time. So that's pretty interesting. If you look at the term, it's actually in 2010, it was actually higher. I'm not sure why, but there is a lot of hype in these games that are being created on the blockchain. So that's pretty cool to see. Let's go with NFT. NFT, past 5 years. Looks like NFTs are not moving at all. There is no interest in NFTs right now, but there is a lot of interest in games on the blockchain. So keep that in mind. Last cycle, NFTs were basically created. Are they going to stick around this cycle and see a big boost in interest? Who knows? It's not looking too good, even with the Bitcoin price going up like crazy right before the halving. Let's see. Another term we have, blockchain. Blockchain. It is looking like they're all on a slight tick upwards recently. Also, this is still the accumulation area that we were seeing. It looks pretty similar to what we were seeing before on the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency charts. Let's take a look at Cardano. What about Cardano? Cardano seeing the same exact thing as all the other ones. Let's take a look at one of the new coins, the new Web3 coins. Cornucopias. There's not a lot of this is a cryptocurrency that's really new that I have been getting into. I think you guys should probably take a look at that if you're interested. Another game that I'm interested in is Illuvium. Illuvium had quite the surge, looks like, in 2021 during the bull market, because they basically were just getting getting off the ground at the beginning of towards pretty much right in the middle of the bull market of last cycle. So they're trying to, I know they're working really hard to try to figure out how they can capture some people to play their game. It'll be really interesting to follow what they do with that. Let's take a look at what are some other terms. Let's go with Ethereum. Ethereum's following that same trajectory as all the other ones. Let's zoom in even closer, maybe past 90 days, how fast the interest is rising. The interest is really rising quite fast the last couple days, it looks like, just in February. Let's see, what are some other, some good trends? Let's go with the cryptocurrency terms. All right, so we have Metaverse. Let's look up Metaverse. Metaverse looks like it's been pretty stable. It doesn't look like it is following the trajectory of crypto markets, although it does look like they followed the peak. It looks like they have pretty stable interest, and then, I mean, it might be interesting to see that, you know, if the term metaverse peaks out, then it might be time to sell. Who knows? What else do we have? AI. AI is on the rise here, folks. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, AI is going parabolic. Absolutely insane. What if we pair... Let's take a look at artificial intelligence. Is it also the same? It's also the same. So let's look at AI crypto. Just pair these words together. Yeah, it's looking like it's going berserk. So yeah, crypto, AI, most specifically AI is on a tear. So very, very interesting. Keep your eyes and ears open for anything with AI in it. Any other terms? I think that's pretty much it. I covered a lot of, you know, the trajectory of where we're going. What are your guys' price targets for crypto? Do you think we're gonna have a large dip before the halving or during the halving, or do you think we're just gonna keep going up because of that, the ETFs? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe because I am a new YouTuber, and I would love to see some subscribes going and get some views up, and let me know what you guys want to see in the future.